So, folks, when a hotel lift malfunctioned, injuring 4 discs, causing significant muscle and nerve damage, our next guest had no idea that she would make it through. Well, she did, and she's with me this morning. TV producer Tannisha Scarlet. Morning, good to see you.
Hi, good to see you.
Long time.
Too. It's been a while.
Tell me about that accident.
I was on vacation at Rio Hotel, the one in Ocherias. My family was here, so we all decided that they were going to go down and we just chill just after Denby too for me. So I said, okay, it was a nice way to relax. And the last day of my stay, we went to have breakfast and stuff, got a swim and was coming back up. While the elevator was going up, what I remembered was I looked up and I saw it was heading to the 4th floor. And just before it got there, I just hear it go doo-dum. And then it just dropped, boom, stopped, tush. And I was like, okay. So there was a bell in there, and I kept pressing it because there were 2 other ladies in there. So I was pressing the bell because I was in the center of the lift. The other 2 were leaning at the back. So they were leaning onto the little handrail that is in there. And so I turned and I was pressing the bell, and that was literally the last thing I remembered. I woke up.
So you were still on the 4th floor? I'm
not sure where we were. I just remembered it stopped, and when pressing the bell, and she was help, help. The other lady was there calling out for help, and I just noticed that my head it started like it was spinning a little bit, and then I think I remember her doing something like she was trying to open the door to get it to see if they could call out for help. I just passed out. When I got up back, I was in the hospital. So it fell? Yes. All the way down? I don't know, because I was not up. I was out when they found us. So what would have knocked you out before it moved? Well, what the doctor said was that sudden stop, because of where I was positioned, because I was at the center of the lift, what would have happened is I would have absorbed the weight of the lift. So it would be something like when you have a car accident and that jam. Okay. Yes, it would be the same thing, but what would happen now is my body absorbed everything from that lift because I was in the center of it. And then what happened? Then I woke up at the hospital, went back to the hotel, and saw the manager, and they were telling me that they were not responsible for anything. They don't have any compensation or anything. But you were not feeling any pain at that time? Yeah, man, I was in a wheelchair. I came back to the hospital, came back to the hotel in wheelchair. You knew what had happened to you at that time? No, actually we found out 48 hours exactly afterwards, which was what the doctor said when we got there, because he said that this was at Senance Bay Hospital. When I woke up and he was saying he's not sure why is it that they didn't they're not planning on keeping me, but I think one of the things they said that they didn't have any bed space. But he says that injuries like these, you don't know the extent of it until some hours have passed, which was what happened. You've had 5 surgeries? 5 to date. This is 6 years ago, and 5 surgeries to date, which is why I'm able to walk today. Percentage-wise, out of 100, where are you? I am now still 20% disabled. So things that people take for granted, I can't do. I cannot wash, I can't cook, I don't clean, I can't pin clothes on the line at all. You can't stand for too long? No, I can't sit up for too long either. So, walking is out of the question. I cannot drive far anymore. So, pretty much everything has been affected for me. And the prognosis is what? You going to get back to 100 or no? They are not sure, because what the doctors are saying is with spine injuries, they are touch and go. And in this case, it is not only spine, but it is spine, muscle and nerve, massive muscle and nerve damage as well. Yeah, you said your family, they were all with you. How everyone's all right. How did that affect them? Well, my immediate family is the one who is affected the most, my children. My spouse, of course, because the days when I get up in pain every day. I go to bed in pain every day, every night. So I have to live on pain medication. So when I pass out, sometimes from pain, somebody has to lift me to the bathroom or take me back to the bed. or rush me to the hospital if it is too bad for them to give me an injection.
Pass out means you faint or you just plenty
compression. All right, so what happens is my upper body compresses. So it's best way to explain it. Have 10 pounds of anything in your hand and just keep that 10-pound bag in your hand for half an hour. When you just have the 10-pound of flour or whatever in your hand, compare it to having it 30 minutes later. You realize that after a while, that arm gets numb and it starts affecting the rest of your body. That's literally what happens to me. So it starts here. I can pull this off for a second. So this is where the first surgery, one of the surgeries are. So what will happen is this disc, the 4 discs are here, which is in my C-spine. So this starts, like it starts shutting down from here, and then it just takes its time until my entire upper body shuts off.
Someone watching now would have seen the neck brace and wonder what's going on. But when you walked in, you could never tell that there's anything wrong with you. Where does this strength come from? Because obviously you're not 100, as you said. Where does this come from?
I have 2 babies. Well, a 14-year-old and a 1-year-old. The 1-year-old is, of course, called my miracle baby because they told me I could not have any more children. That was one of the prognoses from the accident. But my 2 boys, the babies, are the ones that I keep saying I cannot shut down. So I remember going in the hospital and the last surgery was, Tannisha, you have to wake up for your children because they need you to move forward. I have to work, and even though there are times my company suffers, my program suffers, because of course, you know, production suffers for me with this injury. Even on those days, I still tell myself I have to provide for my 2 boys. And they need their mother to survive.
Medically, what is there more that needs to be done?
Right now, I am to be doing an MRI that costs, what, $50,000 plus 2 x-rays. And after these, then they will tell me what's next. I
asked the question already, but you're saying that they don't know if you will get back to 100.
No, they don't.
How do you feel about that? Do you think as strong as you are, do you think
depressing. There are days when I get up and I'm not sure what to do because I'm in pain. I feel like giving up, but I still try to move forward. I still try to keep strong despite. It is hard though because basic things, sometimes I'm driving and this shoulder was injured really badly, so I couldn't comb my hair or anything. And just doing a simple, trying to reach something in the back of the car is difficult. And then when I'll put my hand around there and realize, oh, Tannisha, just remember you can't do this anymore. Antoine and Khalil.
Who's the 14-year-old?
Antoine.
Does he know exactly what's going on?
He was the one who suffered the most because he had to go through extensive counseling. He still has to at times when it gets really bad for me. But he's coping now. I think one of the good things with him, though, is that he has been so supportive despite. It is difficult for him mentally because it affected his grades really bad. But thank God he still passed GSAT somehow. And he still struggles at times, even though he's in high school. But I try to encourage him as best as I can. The baby, he does everything. Antoine literally helps for everything. So he's the one who cooks pretty much. I don't go to the kitchen at all. My 14-year-old assists so much where, you know, he tries to take a lot of that burden from me. My spouse works a lot because the reality is he has to cover majority of whatever we are missing financially. So he's out most of the time. But, you know, together, the 2 of them figures out how to ensure that I keep going.
Good to see you.
Yes.
God bless you.
Man. Thank you.
And the family. She's a producer, Tannisha Scarlet. All right, we're going to take a break, folks, and when we come back, Trained Parents for Life project. Simone will have that one. I call her Simone.